log in because I've got it auto saved. Maybe. Perfect. All right, looks like it's come up. All right, so real quick, you can do a search, and as they joke and people tease, you can find it once, you can never find it again. It's kind of true. It's kind of hard sometimes with things getting shifted around and moved around. So once you find something, you kind of stick to it, but definitely try and explore the site. It is very robust, has lots of information. Probably information overload is an understatement. So I'm just going to hit on a couple of the key points that I recommend you guys checking out and working through on this portal, this tool for your use. So first off, excuse me, I always like to make sure people know about the Learn Center. Since I'm training and education, I think that's the most important thing. Ralston would probably say, hey, it's the Resource Center, but it's okay. We'll agree to disagree. I start with the Learn Center because it's got the training for everything that is Berkshire Hathaway related from the home services portion. So I'm going to click on that. Looks like we're running slow or really slow. All right, here we go. Into the Learn Center, maybe. Oh, they keep updating. All right, get rid of this. All right, technology training, brokers and leaders, business essentials, certification programs. These are not NAR programs. These are not the ABR, the SRES, the MRP programs that I teach. These are certifications within the network. So those are different programs there. So these are not the discounted programs that we do offer through NAR. All right, feature training and coaching, generating leads, marketing properties. And then basically each one of these headers is just a sub context with it. So if we're on technology training, here's the 4 most common technology ones: Tech Talks, recorded, self-paced CRM. So lots of training here for you to get at. If you want to come in here and say, do something on Ecards, nothing comes up. But if I go in here and I put it in like this, still nothing. So that's my point. You can't ever find what you're looking for sometimes. So if you come into your webinars, your online courses, your live classes, your coaching, your training, you'll start to get into different pieces. So if we go to the marketing resource, because that's where we know where the again, nothing there for Ecards. So we got to make that go away. Restart. My point for showing you that is don't get frustrated when you can't find what you're looking for. I can assure you there is training in there for everything that we're looking for. It is robust, but you can't necessarily find it by searching for what you think. So if you can't find it, such as Ecards, you got to think, where is the Ecards? Oh, it's in the marketing resource. So if I clicked on the marketing resource, somewhere in here is going to link to something that's going to be helpful for Ecards. But because they've redone the marketing resource and the Ecards, it's going to be embedded lower into these programs. So don't look for something that you used to look for. Think, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to send a social media post. I'm trying to send a communication. I'm trying to send a marketing piece. Change your mindset of what you're trying to do, and you'll typically find what you're going for. Those of us that were in the old Resource Center, within the old Prudential system, a lot of the namings have changed. A lot of the conventions have changed. So that's why I showed you on this demonstration just how frustrating it can get sometimes when you're looking for something that you can't find. I promise you it's in here. You just got to sometimes search a little bit. And I know that's not the answer people want, but that's the best answer we get sometimes. All right, so know that there is lots of training in here. If anybody's looking for startup information, business essentials, this quick start campaign is very nice, has lots of information. So that's a nice program in there. Again, the certifications and designations, these are all going to be more or less associated with Berkshire Hathaway and not necessarily real estate in general. So this is the Learn Center, and lots of classes, lots of training. A lot of it is going to be this online like we're doing now, and also self-paced. All right, so I'm just going to close out. As you can see, this opened a new tab. So this is a third-party vendor running the Learn Center, so that's why it took a little longer to load probably. And close out of this. Come over here. Now I'm going to go in here to the marketing resource, probably the next most important thing. Looks like this is running a little slow too. All right, so in here you have your library, your contacts, uploading pieces if you're bringing any pieces in, and then any help. This here is the master library. You also have your library. So once you start creating pieces, start sending pieces out, they will be in your library. If you're looking for something inside of the master library, there's some high-level buttons that you can kind of scroll through if you're not sure what you're looking for. So here's 2020 marketing campaigns. Here's some trending videos. Here's some mobile and desktop ads. And then you'll get down into your content. You can see where I've been sending out a few tips and things on the system. So inside of this, if you're going to go and say, I want to look for, let's say, June newsletter. This is going to default to English, anything that says June newsletter. So here is a printable newsletter for June, 1 page. This one here is the e-newsletter. Then you have a printable June 2019 newsletter. So it pulled up 2020 and 2019. And then it gave me May 2020. So it starts to give me some of these other newsletters as options. Because I put June, it just said, hey, do you want all the rest of the newsletters? So it will give you more information. All right, so the newsletter is there. If I wanted to add a language and say I want that to be in Spanish instead of English, here comes the Spanish versions of the newsletters. And they look like July, December. They don't have really too many Spanish versions, so they look like it's every 6 months on that for the Spanish version. All right, so put it back here to English. Now, I can also say, let me just see what is being advertised for June. Do a search. Now, everything that is June starts to pop up. I can come over here to where the type is. I can say, I want an e-card. So everything that's e-cards are now displayed. And then I go to the topic, and then I want to do home selling and home buying. So any home buying and home selling, here we got a decorating tip and a summer farro salad, a pride month, and a pride month. So we have those two popping up inside of home buying and selling, or those four within those two. If I come down here to owner, it would say, oh, Fox and Roach is sharing theirs. Global and Premier Properties apparently are sharing theirs as well. All right, and you can share through images, PDFs, embedded codes, Facebook. So if I wanted to make sure that it was postable to Facebook, I could put that tag in there, and these 4 cards all stay postable to Facebook. And that's always a good thing. If you're coming in to send something to a social media, to choose that social media channel to make sure you don't go through the effort of producing that piece and then not being able to share that piece. All right. I'm going to go over here to contacts. This is an important thing within the system. These are my contacts, and you can come here and you can add a group, and you can create a group. You can add a contact, put in one at a time, or you can import your contacts. Now, if you're going to import your contacts, you're going to get that Microsoft Excel CSV and bring that in. Then you'll map your fields, how you're going to handle your duplicates, duplicates, select your groups, and then confirm and import. So you have a multi-step process to go through here if you're bringing contacts in. Jump over here to groups. This is my list. So I've listed, I don't know, first buyers, a master list, and Norfolk agents. So I have those groups set up within my system. All right, we close out of the group window, come back over here to the upload. If I'm bringing any pieces in, I can simply come in, select my files, or I can drop and drag and bring in those pieces that I've created and I want to utilize the system for delivery. All right, so this is the marketing resource tab right there. Newsletters, e-cards, some printable pieces, some electronic pieces, social media pieces. So those are all there. We'll definitely do a little bit of a deeper dive into that on one of our next training sessions on that marketing resource. I'll jump down over here to Sage CRM. All right, looks like it's trying to work. So the Sage CRM is a CRM choice that you can use. Those of you that were on the Town Central yesterday, it's a very similar type product. This is basically an electronic database. So if you're using the Town Central CRM, no need to use the Sage CRM, though if you are interested in electronic CRM or contact management, the Sage CRM is definitely an option you can look at between the two, your access points for you to use for engagement and management of your clients. So between yesterday's Berkshire Hathaway Town Central versus the Berkshire Hathaway Sage Corporate, you have those two CRMs to work for. Again, not going to get too deep. You have calendar, tasks, contacts, campaigns, business plans, reports, all of these accessible to you with some work, obviously, with data entry. All right, inside you have buyer match, that's we know as Buyside. And for those of you that haven't used Buyside, I strongly encourage you to use Buyside, buyer match. You're familiar with it. Here's the Buyside, your buyers. If we click on that, you got buyers. You can add a buyer to the system. That's where those notifications go out to the agents that might have a buyer, or I'm sorry, might have a seller for your buyer. And then in my listings, if I get to my listing, we got a little time here. Let's see. All right, I can add a listing, and that's when you have a listing coming up and you want to advertise it. So you have signed paperwork, but not necessarily it's in the MLS yet. So you want to get that out and start advertising it to Berkshire Hathaway agents. You can add a listing here right away for yourself and your clients from that perspective. So my buyers, my listings inside of the Buyside. So coming soon, when you see those emails, those are inside the Buyside. You won't find a tab that says coming soon. All right, close that out. All right, the shop at BHHS. Got some templates for COVID. So this is where you can come in and you can start to purchase, build any type of program, some cards, flyer pieces, announcements through Express Docs. So you have lots of different information, promotional products, business cards, personal marketing, Unibind, pretty much anything that is some kind of print piece. This is, hard stock, hard print pieces, pretty much anything here. There is a QR code generator here and then some video as well, but this is really where you come get all those print pieces.